The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us this morning. This is Matt Tour with Insurance Agency Marketing, and we'll be discussing some really good combination products this morning that really fit well into the IRA side of the business. I know we're in the midst of IRA season right now, see a lot of smaller annuities coming in to fit clients' IRA deposits for their taxes for 2017, so really a nice combination right now. If you do have any questions along the way, you can go ahead and get those typed in. I'd be glad to get those taken care of for you along the way here. I know that we'll be doing a couple of polls here this morning on different items. If you do have interest in coming out to, say, our Life and Annuity Academy, I'll be doing a poll on that. If you want to get some additional information on some of the companies we represent and some of the programs we have that fit into the IRA market, we'd be glad to get that out to you also. So make sure that you participate in the polls as we get those launched here today. If you have any questions, as I mentioned along the way, be sure to get those asked. We'll go ahead and get those taken care of for you here this morning. I know we do a couple of nice business building features we have with our referred producer program. You refer agents to IMS, you refer them to your sales manager or someone at the office here. We'll go ahead and get that individual licensed. When they get licensed, you get a $50 bonus. When they get contracted, we'll also pay you out a 20 basis point override on their production. So if you have an annuity producer that writes $1 million of production here in 2018 based on referral, we'll pay you a $2,000 cash bonus. So really a nice way to fill up your bank account with referral money. We also have our marketing reimbursement program, and it's $200 for every $100,000 of single premium life business. We also reimburse $100 for every $100,000 of annuity premiums. So a great way for you to get reimbursed for your marketing expenses. We help you with your costs. A great way to take care of business on that side of it. So definitely keep that in mind on that end of the business. We also have our new producer program. It's a way you can earn some additional incentives based on production. 3 different levels of incentives. We have a $100,000 level, a $300,000 level, and a $500,000 level. Obviously, the more production you do, the better the incentive is going to be. If you write a $500,000 with us in your first 90 days of being contracted, we have a choice of a couple different coaching systems. We also have our Ritz-Carlton weekend travel package. You can go to a Ritz-Carlton anywhere in the country. We'll take care of your expenses for traveling, your room. We'll give you some spending money. It's just a great motivation there to write a good chunk of business with the IMS during your first 90 days of being contracted. We also have our iPad award for the $100,000 level. A couple different gift cards available based on your level of production. So definitely a great way to earn some additional incentives based on your initial experience with IMS. We do have a great back office support here. We have a great new business team. We also have a great creative team. They help you with your advertising needs. Maybe you want to do an email blast. Maybe you want to develop a website. You want to do some mailings. They'll help you with all those features. So really a good group of individuals to work with. We have 3 people in our creative team that help you with those adventures. We've got of course, some great case design individuals here that help you out with your casework. Maybe you want to look at some different income options for a client. Maybe you want to look at the best accumulation possible for your client. We'll go ahead and help you with those needs. We've got some great experienced individuals here on the life and annuity departments. We can do quotes. We can help you out with specific product information. We've got a great annuity sales coach you can work with, Dave Pemper. We also have contracting available on our website. You can do our paperless contracting. You can get licensed with a number of companies at one time and not have to worry about filling out separate paperwork. Again, I did mention our creative team. We've got a great group of individuals that work in that department. They'll help you with a lot of your advertising solutions. Maybe you want to do some postcards. You're going to redo your company logo, or maybe you're going to do some newsletters. They've got some great ideas on that end, and we've done a lot of development for business cards. Maybe you want to redo your stationery, look at digital marketing. Maybe you want to do some social media marketing ideas. I know Facebook is a great way to get your name out there to your friends and other individuals. Maybe you want to advertise a special rate going on, like maybe a 3.6 rate guaranteed for 5 years, or maybe like a 10% bonus program that's available in your area. A lot of different things they can help you out with on getting your name out there in the market and really expanding your advertising features and what you want to get done on that end. So definitely keep that in mind on the creative side. As I mentioned, we do have a website we have available through IMS here that gives you a lot of good updates on what we're offering regarding incentives. We've got some excellent sales tools on the website. Maybe you want to look up an AM Best report on a specific carrier. We do have different industry links you can take advantage of on that end. We've got our current annuity sales grid. You can download our annuity spreadsheet. We've got a great long-term care resource on the website. If you want to do life insurance quotes, maybe look at the best 20-year term quote for an individual that's 56 years old, non-smoker, standard health. I mean, you can look up the rates right online and figure out the best rate for your client. So really a good sales tool on that end. So really a lot of valuable information you get off our website. We've got a great sales ideas area. You can get on and download some different marketing pieces, and a lot of different information that you can use on our website there. So definitely keep that handy in your marketing needs. We got a special software program called the Retirement Analyzer. It's a great system you can use to look at the client's overall picture on kind of where they stand for retirement today, where they need to be 10 years from now, 20 years from now. I mean, it just depends on their retirement age, how many more years they have till retirement, and a lot of different numbers and features you can plug into the system and really be able to take a good overall view of their situation, how much more they need to be putting away on a monthly basis. They're going to have enough money to buy a sports car or a second home. I mean, a lot of information you can plug into the software system itself. So definitely keep that handy for your clients' needs on that end. We've got a great resource now available, our wealth management team. If you're looking at getting involved in the security side of the business, I know that we have a great resource for that side. We've got 3 individuals in that department that do a great job on the wealth management side. And if you do have interest in looking more into getting your Series 65, maybe you're transitioning from a 6 down to a 65 or from a 7 to a 65, you can go ahead and contact our wealth management team. They'd be glad to get that information over to you. We've got a great group of individuals that work in that department. Stock market right now has been fluctuating a lot here in the last few months. It hasn't quite been as steady as it has been the last few years. On growth, we've seen some pretty sizable backwards movement in the market here recently. But they're a great resource to go to on that end if you're looking at covering more of your clients' needs. You hate to refer an agent or a client over to a broker dealer, and then they end up getting that business and getting the rest of your business away from you. So the more tools you have to work with clients, the better off you are. The more of a resource you're going to be going forward. So you may want to think about getting your Series 65 if that's something you have some interest in, especially if you work with younger clients, maybe clients in their 40s and 50s that want to have a few years to retirement. They want to have some good diversification in their investments. Of course, having money in the market, I think, is always a good thing, and that way you're taking advantage of the market when it's doing well. Of course, when the market's going down, you can kind of sell off some of those clients' investments and go into more stabilized returns. So I know it's been a big area of interest here the last few years. We've seen a really good bull run going on in the last number of years. So it'll be interesting how this year turns out, and moving forward the next couple of years. I'm guessing we'll eventually see a bear market, just depends on the time. So definitely keep that in hand. We've also got our Life and Annuity Academy. I know we do these about once a quarter. We actually just had one here this last week. This last week's academy was held at the Athene Home Office in Des Moines, Iowa. It's a great opportunity for you to come in and pick up some valuable sales information. I know we have a number of really good speakers we bring into the meeting. We have some of our higher producing agents that come in, and they give really good presentations on kind of what they do in the field to close more sales, to get in front of more of individuals. We do have another meeting coming up in May. May's meeting is actually going to be in our office here in Omaha. If you would like to attend, just mark off yes on this poll. We're going to have a 3-day meeting here in Omaha. It's going to start on Wednesday, the 23rd of May. It's going to run all day Thursday into Friday morning. The meeting itself will last till about noon or 1 o'clock on Friday. And then you would fly back to or drive back to your designated areas. And it should be a really good meeting. We're going to have a number of home offices come in and do presentations. We'll probably have 5 or 6 different companies represented at the meeting itself. It's much more open forum regarding what we discuss as compared to the ones we have at an individual insurance company. Obviously, the ones we have here, you're going to see a lot more diversification on presentations. You're going to get some single premium life carriers presenting some of their products. You're going to see some life insurance companies representing their programs. You're going to see a number of different annuity companies coming in and representing what they have. So really, you're going to get a really good overview of the market itself. You're going to see some new products. I know Equitrust just introduced a couple of new single premium life products. We've got other annuity plans will be coming out between now and the end of May. Of course, you'll get to come in and meet a lot of our in-office personnel. Maybe want to meet some of the new business people you work with on a regular basis, or maybe the creative department, or maybe you talk to some of the wealth management people. We are all going to be available during that time frame. So we'd love to have you out if it's something you have some interest in doing. We take care of most of your cost. We take care of your travel. We take care of your hotel stay. We take care of all of your dining needs. All you have to do is to get to your airport or drive to Omaha, either way. And then if you drive to Omaha, we'll take care of your mileage. So we take care of your travel expenses that way. And then, of course, we put you up at a fine local hotel, and we hold part of the meeting at the hotel. We're going to hold most of the meeting at our office, and it should be definitely worth your time to attend one of our meetings. So keep that in hand, and that, again, is coming up the end of May. If that's something you have some interest in, just mark off yes on the poll I just launched here. If not, we'll try to get you in a meeting here down the road. We probably won't do another meeting until, say, September. This will be our last one we have for a few months. So keep that handy. And again, we are going to be discussing our 2019 Marketing Summit, and it's going to be a location to be announced soon. Qualification started the 1st of January. It will run through June of 2019. It should be a really nice location for the next Marketing Summit, and it's going to be at a beach, as you can see by the picture here. So keep abreast of that. We should be announcing the actual location here in the next 30 days, so be aware of that. And then today's webinar, of course, we're doing the IRA Annuities. We've got a great lineup of plans I'll be discussing here in the next few minutes. And of course, right now it is not rabbit season, it is IRA season. So a great chance to get in front of clients. If you do taxes on the side, a great way to get your clients involved with annuities by putting IRA money into annuities, very safe investments. We've got some great uncapped strategies clients can get into. They can have much higher returns capable based on those products. So really a nice combination right now on that side of it. IRA contribution limits for 17 and 18, you're looking at 5,500 up to age 49. Age 50 and above, you're looking at $6,500 contributions. Of course, there are limitations based on income on single individuals and couples based on the type of tax situations they do. If they do file their taxes individually or as a couple, it just depends what their contribution limits can be. Of course, there's Roth IRAs. They have much higher limits based on single and married individuals. We do have a number of companies that have products available in this market space. We have products that you can go down to a $100 deposit on to start the contract. We have a few different carriers that go down to $2,000. We have some companies that go down to $5,000, and other companies that you can start at $10,000. So obviously with a $10,000 minimum deposit, you would need to do deposits for both 17 and 18 to open up the policy, and that way you're able to meet that $10,000 threshold. So we'll be going over about 7 companies this morning. We're going to go ahead and start with Athene. They are a company that offers a number of different programs in the IRA market space. They have their Benefit 10 and Ascent Accumulator series, actually, and those are a couple really strong indexed annuities. They do require a $10,000 deposit on those, so you would need to put in a little bit higher deposit in order to get started with Athene. They also have their max rate annuity, which is a multi-year rate guarantee annuity that's flexible premium. So there's very few companies out there that offer a flexible premium MYG contract. They do, however, require a $10,000 deposit also on that contract, so you would need to put in higher deposits in order to get into that MYG contract with Athene based on that $10,000 minimum. Athene does have some really good programs for both accumulation and also for income. And most of Athene's products do require $10,000 minimum deposits in order to get into those contracts. So do keep that in mind when you're taking a look at Athene right now. And if you do have a specific case you need to discuss based on one of the Athene plans, I'd be glad to go over that with you and be able to take care of business on that side. Equitrust is a very good company that has a couple really strong options on flexible premium annuities. They do have their market booster that goes down to $2,000 initial deposit for their indexed annuity, and that gives you some lower dollar values. You can start out that contract with it as a flexible premium annuity. It does have a number of different index strategies you can choose from. The client does earn a 4% bonus on all deposits received the first 5 years. They do have an additional 2% bonus at the end of the first year, an additional 1% bonus at the end of the second year. So anything you put in your first year, you're earning 4% on. At the end of the first year, you get additional 2. At the end of the second year, additional 1. So it's a total of 7% bonus on all top deposits received in the first year. They do have their Certainty Select annuity, which is a MYG contract, fixed rate, guaranteed periods between 3 and 10 years. That plan does require a $10,000 minimum deposit, so it does require 2 years of deposits in order to get into that plan. We also carry Life of the Southwest. They do have a contract, or a couple of contracts that go down to $100 on minimum deposit. So if you have a client that wants to start out with a $100 deposit, and then they can get in and do a bank draft where their bank is being drafted, say $100 a month, going forward, then go out and purchase a really good plan with Life of the Southwest, either the Secure Plus Platinum or the Secure Plus Paramount 5, and that way they can really get things started for future retirement needs, and really good for younger individuals that don't have a lot of money to start out with, and they need to find something that's going to have options for, strong growth over a number of years, but be able to start out with a really low deposit. That's a good plan to go with. National Western Life has a number of different products available in this market space for low deposits. They do have their Ultra Classic, which is a $2,000 minimum deposit. It's a little bit longer contract, it's 13 years. That plan does pay a 10% commission up to age 70 on qualified money. So it pays a really strong combination of commission and interest. And the current fixed rate on the National Western Life rate is 335. And they do have accumulating withdrawals available on that contract. You can take up to 50% out. If your client hasn't taken any money out the first 5 years, it goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And in the 6th year, you could take out 50% of the money based on your client's needs. Ultra Future is a bonus annuity being offered by National Western Life. It also has a $2,000 minimum deposit. It's a 9% bonus rate on all deposits the first year. Your client gets additional 4.75% bonus on any deposits years 2 through 5. It's a little bit longer contract. It is a 15-year contract. It is a flexible premium plan, so your client can continue to add additional money into that plan. And then National Western Life also has a Protector 1 annuity, which is just a straight fixed rate contract, very competitive in that fixed rate market. I know we do see a little bit of money going that way. I believe the minimum deposit on that is $5,000, so keep that in mind based on that product. North American is a company we do a lot of business with IRAs, really strong programs to take a look at. Their Performance Choice 8 and 12 contracts. You can start those out with as little as $2,000 deposit on qualified accounts. They do have either bonus or non-bonus rates available based on your client's wants and needs. And again, you can start out with $2,000. Their 8-year contract, if you go with the bonus, is going to pay a 3% bonus on all deposits the first 5 years. The rates are a little bit lower. If you go without a bonus, you have much higher earnings potential. They do have a current S&P cap at 4.7. They have a NASDAQ cap at 380. They have a Euro Stocks cap at 5.25. And they have a Hang Seng Index with a cap at 520. So with North American, you do have a really good wide variety of investment options. And it's a great way for your clients to spread their money out between domestic investments and international investments. They can also go on the fixed rate contract, part of that contract where they're earning 2.2% based on that 8-year plan. They could also have a 12-year version available. It has higher rates. You look at the fixed rate in that 12-year contract, it's at 250. Their cap rates are higher, so like the Euro Stock Index cap is at 630. Their Hang Seng Index cap is at 615, and their S&P Index cap is at 530. So a nice combination on a 12-year contract. You do have a 12% or a 10% free withdrawal available starting the 2nd year. And if your client wants to go with the bonus version on the Performance Choice 12, it's called the Performance Choice 12 Plus. That does have a 7% bonus based on all deposits the first 5 years. So really a nice combination there. North American also offers a multi-year rate guarantee annuity called the Guaranteed Choice contract. That contract does go down to $2,000 deposit. So it's one of the lowest deposits we have on an MYG contract. Unfortunately, that's just a single premium plan. So if your client wants to put additional deposits into a contract, they really need to go with the indexed side of the market and go with one of those contracts, or they can go with the Athene contract that offers an additional deposit on the MYG contract. So definitely a good way to go on that end. I'll go ahead and launch one more poll here. If you're interested in getting any licensing information on anything we've discussed so far, be sure to mark off yes. I'll go ahead and make a phone call to you and get that information out to you. I know we also carry Sagicor. Sagicor is another good company we offer. It goes down to lower deposit rates. It's called the Sage Select. That goes down to a $2,000 deposit. It does have a 4% bonus rate. It also has a 4% cap. That contract also has up to a 50% free withdrawal, so it's similar to National Western Life's Ultra Classic. So what that means is if your client puts money in, so they put in $100,000 and they have a situation where they let that free withdrawal grow up to, say, 40% in the 5th year, they can take out 40% of their money, which at that point probably be about, say, $45,000 they could take out based on that $100,000 deposit. So really good liquidity there with that contract. It also has very good rates. It has a 4% annual point-to-point cap. It has a global strategy with a 40% participation with no cap. And they also have a fixed account right now that has a 2% fixed rate with a really good return based on that. So if you have some interest in getting some information on any companies we've represented so far, I know we'll talk about a couple more companies here before we end the webinar. But if you would like to get information, go ahead and mark yes, and we'll go ahead and get that information over to you based on at this point. I can close that up real quick. Atlantic Coast Life is one of our multi-year rate guarantee annuity companies. I know they've got some really good programs available with a simple interest rate on the safe harbor. They also have their safe haven annuity, which is based on compounded rates. They also have a really strong indexed annuity. It's only a 6-year contract. Actually, it's a 5-year contract with Atlantic Coast. So it's a really nice combination there based on short period of time with really strong interest rates. For instance, on their safe haven contract, which is a compounded rate of return, most states on a 5-year contract is going to pay $4.35 first year, 3.35 years 2 through 5, really a strong combination. It only requires a $5,000 minimum deposit. Same thing goes with their safe harbor and their safe anchor contracts. You can get into those with $5,000. These plans are more limited on their distribution and states. They have about 15 states they're working in right now. Commission-wise, they're a little more conservative. They're in the 2.5 to 2.25 range, based on if you're going with a 5-year contract or a 7-year contract. They also have a 10-year contract available. Current rates on their 10-year compounded interest rate contract, you've got a 4.75 first-year rate with a 3.75 base. That base rate is guaranteed years 2 through 10, so really a strong combination on that right now. So if you got someone looking at getting into a shorter term contract, say a 5-year, $2,000 or $5,000 deposit, we can help them out with those needs. So really some strong options on those contracts. Sentinel Life is another company we carry that this has MYG contracts. Sentinel's a sister company to Atlantic Coast Life. Sentinel, I believe you can start with a $2,500 deposit. It has fixed rates between 5 and 10 years. The rates are very similar to Atlantic Coast. In a lot of the states that Sentinel has are the ones that Atlantic Coast is not available in, but it's also the opposite. The ones that are not available with Sentinel are going to be available with Atlantic Coast. So keep those in mind based on those fixed rate opportunities. Again, I would like to thank you for your participation in today's webinar. We do like to keep these webinars down to about 30 minutes in duration, that we can get back to working on your end. If you would like to get any information we've discussed in today's webinar on any of the indexed annuities or fixed rate annuities, we do have a lot of different options available. Of course, plans that go down to $100 in deposit. Other contracts you're looking at that have bonus rates available the first number of years. Again, North American is outstanding to use on those multi-year deposits on their flexible premium indexed annuities. Of course, Athene is good to go if you can put in 2 years at once, a $10,000 deposit on that end, and then some other opportunities based on your client. So if you do have a specific case in mind, you want to give our marketers a call. I'd be glad to get those taken care of for you. Again, keep your eyes open out for our next Academy announcement, and also our next incentive trip announcement. We should have that incentive trip available announcement-wise the next 30 to 60 days. Again, if you would like to come out to our next Annuity Academy, we have one coming up May the 23rd through the 25th. It's going to be held here in Omaha at our office here in Western Omaha. So we'd love to have you out. Otherwise, everyone, enjoy the rest of your spring. I know we're not having spring-like temperatures here in Omaha. This is the 75th day of January we're experiencing today in Omaha. So enjoy your time. Otherwise, we'll talk to you soon. Everyone have a great week. Bye now.